Hello everyone, how are you today? It is Sunday, February 28th, 2024. Thank you for joining me today. There's no us, it's just me. And my husband, but you know what? He did have something to do with this card. He made a suggestion and I took it. So really it's in us today. So that was kind of exciting. I hope you're having a great week. I hope you're having a beautiful day. It's raining here in Texas, or it's going to be tomorrow when you see this video, I think. Right now it's just really humid. That's why my hair looks so bad. But I'm doing the day before. I digress. This is a big week in Stampin' Up. The new catalog comes out and it is so good. And the in colors, if Stampin' Up had said, Amy, let me have your dream colors, I would have said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all these. Pretty in Pink, one of my all-time favorite colors. Now, if they would bring back Barely Banana, I would be in heaven. Pretty in Pink is one of my all-time favorite colors, and it is back in the in colors. I will be buying 9,000 packages of paper for me to last the rest of my life because I love it so much. Did my nail just break? Oh, no, it didn't. Okay. I got blue nails, so if they distract you, I'm sorry. They're distracting me a little bit. So I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go this bright. I thought I was going more of pool party blue, and I went a little bit brighter than pool party, so it didn't quite do it. But anyway, the new catalog comes out this week. It is absolutely incredible. You can visit it online. You can see it online. I think it's nice online because you can see the projects. You can see the stamp sets. I'm gonna sneeze. But if you do want a paper copy, let me know. If you have a demonstrator, definitely reach out to her. If you do not have a demonstrator and would like one, it would be my honor to be your demonstrator. So please, reach out to me and let me know if there's ever anything if you need. I did see a comment about getting some dimensions on one of them, and I will get that to that slider card. I will get those dimensions out to you. Sorry, I forgot to do that. So I'm going to turn around and show you what we're going to do today. I'm really, really excited. And we're going to use the new colors. Oh, let me flip it over. Here you go. All right. So if you want to see, here are the colors. Oh, Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink, Petunia Pop, Summer Splash, and Shy Shamrock. Okay, we're going to use these three today. Okay, we're going to use these three plus Pool Party. Okay, and the reason I didn't use Summer Splash, which is really just a shade darker, I just felt like this was a little bit lighter and it worked better for what we were doing. We're also using Granny Apple Green, but I didn't get that same set up. Okay, so we are using the Layers of Beauty stamp set, which is also new. It is gorgeous. Okay, and we're using this great big one here. Now this does have masks you can use. I did not use the masks. I'm going to color them just because of the way we're doing it. All right, here is, oh, you know what? I'm not going to show you the paper. I'm going to show you the paper we're using, okay, because this paper is gorgeous. It's glitter. Glitter. So there's the Peach Pie. There is the Petunia Pop. I hope it comes out as pretty on camera as it does in person. Here is the Pretty in Pink. Okay, I'm gonna zoom like this just a little bit. So I think because it's a little bit much maybe. Okay, and here is the Shy Shamrock. Okay, and then here is the Summer Splash, which I'm obsessed with this color. And I didn't even use it today, but don't worry, this is gonna get used, this color, a lot. It's not gonna replace Pretty in Pink. I'm just gonna tell you, nothing will probably ever replace that, but anyway. Okay, so here is the card we're making. I have it in 3 colors. Here it is. We're gonna do the Peach Pie, okay? Here it is in that one. Here it is in the Petunia Pop. So pretty. And here it is in the Pretty in Pink. Okay. Here's the reason I did not do Pretty in Pink, because I know that I'm probably going to use this too much. So I'm gonna pace myself with demonstrating it. I'm gonna use the color that probably, of the 5, I would have said is my least favorite, which I might be lying now. We're gonna do it in this peach pie, okay? I would have been like, oh, not really my color, because maybe I just don't look good in it to wear, so I don't gravitate towards it, but I really do like it. Okay, so when I made this card, here's the first one. I did, and I wanted, I wanted this, and I used a new embossing folder the dots that I'm in love with, and then I'll use a ton. And I was like, I just feel like something's kind of missing with this card. And Ted goes, well, what if you just kind of highlight some of those colors? And I went, oh, great idea. So I did, and I decided not to emboss it. I thought maybe I just want that kind of smooth. So I really like the highlight with that. So go Ted, you win. He wins today. All right. So let's get started. Okay, we are going to start with, I'm going to use 2. Now, this is a photopolymer set, okay? And with a photopolymer set, you do want to use this matte, okay? It stamps better, and it really does. So I'm going to use this matte, and I'm going to put a piece of paper over it. So I don't get ink on it because I want ink on it. All right, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to start with my front piece, okay? So I'm going to ink this up, all right? And since I'm using the blends with this, I'm using the Stampin Blends, I'm going to use Momento ink. So I'm going to ink it up first. So let's ink it up. Anytime I have a big set like this, I tend to ink from the top, okay? I don't like to ink. I don't know why, just cause. All right, so I'm gonna do this, and I don't want to get too much on there. I think on a couple of them I got more than I wanted. All right, so I'm gonna do, oh, did I touch it? No, okay, I'm gonna do that. So there's that. So I'm using the long side for the bottom, and then I'm going to use the top, on the top of it, I'm going to use the technical term. I call this the pointy side because it's like a triangle. I look at this as a triangle, and that's the pointy side. No one else may ever see my logic, and that is okay. I don't mind if you can't see my logic. Okay, there you go. So I'm going to do this, and I'm not going to get as much up here. I'm going to do that. Okay, so there's this. I want this space right here. This is important to me. I really want that. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the inside piece, which is your normal 5 1/4 by 4. This one is 5 by 3 3/4 because I'm using Pebbled Path, which if you have not used Pebbled Path, it is one of the in colors from this current year, which they were not my favorite. One of them I feel like looks like dog poo or child's poo, baby poo. They're just not my, they're pretty. I'm not going to say they're not pretty, but they're not my true wheelhouse colors like these. So I don't feel like I use them very much, but Pebbled Path, I think, is my favorite of all of them, and I do use that one quite regularly. Okay, this is just the inside. I just wanted to make sure, it's nice to do when they open up and they get like a second surprise. It's like, oh, there's more? Oh my gosh, you're so awesome. So there you go. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I've got these, and I messed that up. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. But you know what? We're gonna turn it over and do it. No, we're not, because there's something on the side. Oh, we're gonna fix it. You know how we're gonna fix it? I'm gonna tell you how we're gonna fix it. We're gonna cut it down, and we're gonna mat it on the Pebbled Path, and it's going to be great. Okay? So that's what we're gonna do. I love it when a plan comes to fruition, right? Okay. See? Fixed it. Okay, so I'm going to start with the lighter of the colors. I'm going to start with the light peach pie, and I'm going to do the roses in that. Okay, I always kind of outline first. When I say kind of outline, I mean I outline. Okay, okay. Just outlining with the lighter color. And then I can kind of fill in. I try to go in circles. I don't know why when I'm coloring in. I feel like if I do like this, even though it blends very well, sometimes I feel like it could be a little streaky. So, and you can also use the other side, the long side, but I don't know. I like this one. I feel like I have more control of this. Sometimes that long pointy end, it likes to have a little mind of its own. So there's that. And then this one, I'm not filling in. This one, I'm taking the light and I'm just following the lines, okay? Because it's not a full color. It doesn't get the whole thing, okay? Now, if you don't like this, blame Ted, because it was his idea. So I like that option of if you don't like it, blame Ted. I would like to always use that. All right, so in the middle of this one, I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to do this one in this color too. And these, I think, are little buds. Now this, I will say, this set actually does have, hold on. It has masks that you can put over it and do. But with the way I was doing this, I didn't really want to use the masks, okay? So this one, I am going to go ahead and color this in. I'm going to do the inside. Let's go ahead and do this flower. Okay. Because this is the inside. This is that. Oh my gosh, you even did the inside. And that's totally what they say. And you know, hey, I love it when people, when you're there, when they open the card, because then they think it's just, oh my gosh, you made that. We all talked about this at Stamp Club the other night, about how that's such a neat thing when people, you know, see what you've made for them and they get excited. That's important to them. I think because we were talking about one of Susan, she said her granddaughter, you know, she goes, well, I found one that I made her in the bathroom, so it didn't make that big of an impression, because, you know, some kids don't care, or they care, but, you know, they forget. They do. They forget, and, you know, they don't understand quite as much as we do how much work we put into this. Really, nobody does unless you're a crafter, I don't think. But I have had people thank me for the card in their thank you note for the gift. Like, seriously. And it was for a wedding card that I was like, I'm just not going to pay $7 for a card. So I think I'd rather spend thousands of dollars in craft supplies and make one card. Just kidding. That was sarcasm. A little bit too much, sorry, but let's be honest, I spend way too much on craft supplies. All right, so I'm going to do the light up here of the Petunia Pop. That's one. And this one I'm going to color in. I don't know why, I just thought this looked good with this color. I think this is a good accent color as well. And then I'll do this one over here. I'm using, as I say, I'm using the light. This one is like kind of bright. These are like medium brights to me. You know, like they're pastels, but they're also a little bit bright. So that's kind of nice. So I'm not adding the dark up here. Since this is just supposed to be a nod to color, that's all I'm going to do. And I'm going to take this. I did forget. This is a little flower that I'm just going to like that, but I'm not going to fill them in. Just a nod. Okay, so let me get Granny Apple Green Light. and do the leaves. All right, here we go. Y'all, it is 4 weeks until summer, and I could not be more excited. I am so ready for summer. I don't know if I'll have a video next weekend because we are going to Fredericksburg. If we get home in time and I have time to make one, then I will. If I do, it will be a very a video that doesn't have a ton of stuff on it because I don't know. A lot will depend. And there will be a couple weeks at the end of May. We are going on an Alaskan cruise, which I'm so excited. And so I will be on that. And I know at the end of the year, I will not have time to do that. All right. So here's my nod to the green. Okay. Donna Marshall, my friend my stamping friend who I've never met, but I know she's a nice lady. And I know you're watching, Donna, because you're awesome. Oh, did you like what I did? Just put the other end. Okay. What do I need to do? I need the dark. So anyway, she's from Alaska. AK Girl. AK Gal is her social media. She is an amazing demonstrator. She does so many beautiful things. So if you haven't seen her stuff, go check it out. She's like I call her like my fun fold queen because I wish I did more fun folds, and I'm trying, but I don't think I'm as good at them. So, all right, I see that there's just a little bit of this flower right here. I don't know if you can see. No, you can't because it's too far. Like that. Okay, so I'm gonna add that little pink. It's just those little details that you don't want to miss. Okay, so I've got this, and I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you can see. Here's this. Here's my inside. I'm gonna set this off to the side. I'm gonna actually, because I'm gonna forget later, I'm gonna mat this onto my pebble path. All right, now notice. I'm not using tape all the way around because y'all, you don't need to, okay? Don't think you have to use so much adhesive. I don't want you to waste. I want you to save as much money as possible. I want you to save and use your money on the really important things that I say you've got to have this, okay? All right, so we've got this. Now, this is a 1/2 inch strip of this, okay? This is gorgeous, gorgeous paper, but you know what? A little bit goes a long way, and I don't want any waste. I do not want any waste when I have this, okay? Okay, so I'm using 1/2 inch, and then I'm gonna get 2 cards out of this, right like that. Okay, so I'm gonna do my tear, and I'm gonna tear here, okay, and I'm gonna tear this way, because I'm actually gonna do 2 tears. So I want the tear side on this. So I'm going to do like this, okay, like this. And I'm actually trying to make sure that I've got enough on this side because I want a good amount of blue because I'm going to make this side blue, remember? Now I'm going to tear this, and I'm just going to, and then I'm going to pull towards me on this side. So I've got the tear here and here, okay? So I'm going to do this. Okay, and I'm not taking too much because remember, I only have a 1/2 inch of space, right? I want it to show, okay, like that. All right, so there's that. Now I'm gonna take this side, and I'm gonna get my pool party out. Where did I put pool party? I've got my blending brush. Oh, I showed it to you earlier. I've got pool party, okay. And I'm going to use my blending brush, and let me do this. Hold on. You can see on these, see, this is still left on these, and I'm going to reuse those, okay? I'm saving those. Do not get rid of those, ever, okay? All right, so let's move that out of the way. Okay, I've got my pool party. And this is something I talked to my stamp club the other night. I was like, you know what? When you're getting with this, gosh, that won't get out of the way. Go with the edges, because you can see on the pad in person that this is lighter. There's more ink on the outsides. So I always try to ink up on the outsides. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make this part blue. And let's see. And when you go over, when you're using your blending brush and you're going over this, you see how it kind of takes that color, the tear kind of takes the color different. I love that. Now I do want the green in these spaces, so I am gonna, or the pool party, I do want to do that. So I am going over them a little bit, but I'm trying to be kind of strategic, okay? All right, so let me get a little bit more, okay? A little bit more. Again, I could have used Shy Shamrock or Summer Splash, but I was just afraid it would be too dark, so. And, you know, anytime I can get pool party in, I'm gonna. All right. So then I love this, but I want to add a little bit more dimension to this, okay? So what I'm going to do is I've got a little thing of water, okay? So I'm going to take my finger and I'm just going to kind of drop some water on the blue part. I really want it to just be on the blue part. So I'm kind of being a little strategic, okay? And then like that. So there, yeah, okay. Now you're gonna see, do you see this magic happening? Do you see that little bit of magic? Okay, now I'm gonna take it off here because I don't want it on that green. And the alcohol doesn't really do that, but see what it's doing? See those little, now I'm gonna show you, you know what, while that kind of changes, hold on. I did this with Stamp Club, and here is one I did with brighter colors that you can kind of see a little bit more with brighter colors with that. And I was really happy. Maybe I'll do something like this next week. Oh, maybe, let's see. Okay, so there you go. It just gives it a little bit of, I don't know, kind of excitement. All right, so I'm gonna take this now. Now this is my Pebbled path. I know this is going to be like this. I've already got this cut to size, right? And I've got this, okay? So I've got this. I like it, okay? Now maybe if I want to add, maybe I want a little bit more off. I kind of want a little more off. So I'm going to kind of go here, mainly because I feel like it looks a little bit too the same. I don't want them to be the same. I want some little crinkles in there. I want it to look like it's different, okay? Oh yeah, see? So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna slide it under here. Now, don't slide it here because then you're gonna waste that. Slide it as close to here as possible. All right, so I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna kind of recenter this here, okay? I'm gonna put this kind of like that, okay? I'm going to the very edge of that, and then I'm gonna take this and I'm going to the very edge, and right now I'm just eyeballing to make sure this works and this does what I want it to do, and I'm happy with it, and I think that is a nice thing. I might take a tiny bit more here. Let's just do a tiny bit more right there, okay? You have to be real careful though, because you don't want to do too much, because then you don't want to go farther than 1/2 inch. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my adhesive and I'm gonna put it on this edge, okay? Now, you can see that I went over. Do you see that? Okay, so I'm gonna take my finger and I'm just gonna fold those over like this. All right, so then it's not sticking up. And I'm gonna do the same thing to this side. Boom, 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 chicka, okay? And then again, those little pieces that might be over, that's okay, don't worry, it's right there. We're just gonna turn them onto each other because obviously they're double-sided. Okay, now, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna kind of eyeball where it goes, but then I'm gonna do this. Now, I am not my goal is not to tack this down quite yet, right? Oh, and look, see what I'm doing? I'm wasting. Don't waste, Amy. Okay, so then I'm going to take this and I'm going to do this. I'm making sure I can see that this needs to come down right here just a little bit. Okay, I've got that right like that. Do you see that? I've got that right like that. I've got the maximum amount of the beautiful glitter, and then I'm going to tap that down, okay? Then I'm going to take it and I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to take a little bit of tear and tape and go over it. That will just keep that secure, okay? That keeps it truly secure, right? And then I'm going to take my snips and I'm going to snip here to there, and then here on this side, right? Just like that. So then you've got, I want to make sure I get that all off so it's not going to show, right? Then you've got your beautiful color, okay? And look how little you've wasted. Like, you don't have a bunch of waste, and that's what I really, really like. So I'm going to put these down. I'm going to kind of do that, and I'm going to pull that back off because you might as well use the other side, right? So you've got that. And then I'm going to put this on here. You've got a good amount there. So you've got that. Okay. Again, you know, I'm frugal. I want to be frugal with what I have. You still want to be a little careful with it. And then you've got that, right? Just like that. So then you've got this. And I just think these little dots on there just, I don't know, just kind of add something. And those are probably a little bigger than I wanted, but that's okay. All right, now for the sentiment. And I'm using the sentiment in this stamp set that is You Make My Heart Smile. I think this is a great one that you can use for a lot of different things. Maybe you just want to say, you know, maybe you just need to pick me up. Maybe, you know, I want to say congratulations. Maybe you never know what you want to say. I think this is fine for thank you as well. Now, this right here, this is a scrap. There's two of them. This is what these are the scraps that come when I make this size mat. This 5 1/4 by 4. You have a 1/2 inch mat. Okay, so don't throw these away. I use this all the time because look, this beautiful stamp set, I'm using Pebbled Path. I'm going to do this, and you can see it down and up. And y'all, I totally scraped this. Don't use a razor blade on it. Don't. All right, You Make My Heart Smile. I love this. Okay, and then I'm going to use my paper snips, and I'm going to make a little like that and like that. Okay, and then I'm going to get a piece of scrap of the peach pie, and I'm going to put this on this. Okay, all right, so I'm going to put this right here like that. I'm going to make a little smaller mat. Now I want to make sure, I did get a little extra off of there, and I need to take that off. Okay, so you can see that there's a little bit of gummy right there, and we don't want that. Okay, that's going to be dirty, so I'm going to use my adhesive eraser. It's Mono sand eraser. I wish Stampin' Up sold it, but they don't, so I get it on Amazon. Okay, come on. This just doesn't want to come off, does it? All right, let's see if I can get it off with that. Boom. Dang, that is like on there, isn't it? Okay. Let's see if I can sand erase that away, because it's making me crazy. Okay, there we go. Okay. So now I'm going to cut this with my paper trimmer. I know that was a 1/2 inch, so I know I'm going to go a little bit more than that. like that, which I really have messed this one up. I'm really not happy at all. So you know what? We're gonna start over. Start over. When in doubt, do it again, right? All that work for nothing, y'all. But that's the great thing about this. It's just paper. It's all good. You make my heart smile. All right. Again, with the snips, we're gonna snip it here, boom, and snip it here, boom. We're gonna try to put this on correctly. I did it again. Look at that, I did it again, but this time I caught it, so I'm gonna turn it over onto itself. All right, now I'm gonna put this on here. Now I'm not doing this to the edge because I've got to cut that, right? So I'm gonna do this here. Okay, now this, I'm gonna use this again. So I'm just gonna move it over to the side for just a moment. Let me do my cut here, okay? Let me do my cut and do a little bit better job of cutting there. Now I did it, I overcompensated, so I'm gonna take a hair off again. And then we're gonna call that good. So I've got this right here, okay? Now I'm gonna take my snips and I'm gonna snip this side like this. That's why you wanna make sure you have enough edge for that, because you do. Okay, now I've got, oh, so Susan, if you're watching, this is for you, because I forgot about this technique and I love it. So sometimes I like things to have double mats. I like lots of mats, and I don't want to take away any more from this front, but I don't like this on here. It doesn't stand out enough to me. So I'm going to take these edges and I'm just going to tap them into the pebbled path and make a little dark edge. Okay, it also, like Susan says, it helps when you're mailing, add less than the bulk. But for me, what I wanted to do, I just wanted more of this to show, but I wanted a mat. So look at it now. See, you've got that little bit of a mat, and that's, to me, nice. Okay, so I'm gonna take this. I'm going to put some dimensionals on here. 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna put it on here, and you can put it anywhere you want it to go, right? Anywhere you like, okay? I can put it down here. I can put it here. I can do it here, which obviously I would not do, but I kind of like it right here. I think that looks good. So I'm gonna put it right here. You make my heart smile. Okay, now I'm gonna get my half sheet of peach pie out. Let's do this so you're not seeing all the crud around. Oh. Okay, now I don't talk about this enough, but when I fold, I take my finger and I butt it up against my fingernails. So then I know these are together. I'm gonna put my fingers here and I'm gonna go out, up, and down. That helps me do a nice crease. Now you can use your scoring blade on there, and that's definitely something you'd wanna do if you would remember to do that. But if you're me, you never remember to do that. So, oh, I'm out. I love it when I run out on camera, because then I can show you how to add a new, oh, that's a brand new one, inside, okay? Y'all, this thing is 100 years old, and it does look 100 years old. Okay, so here is, I use Stampin' Seal Plus. It's my favorite adhesive, okay? So all you do is you pull this open, okay? You pull this out, and you stick this right in, okay? And it's got little, it's gonna fit in these little holes, okay? So it fits right in there. You put this right back on, and you're good to go. Okay, so there you go. There you go. Gosh, I gotta clean this. I'm gonna get some, I gotta get some alcohol and clean this up because I realize it doesn't look great. Okay, so there you go. I've got this that I'm gonna put on the inside. Yes, it was a little mistake, but look how much prettier that looks when you have a mat on the inside. Even better, right? Duh. All right, so I'm gonna add this. Okay. Oh, I hope you like this card. I think that little bit of sparkle is just gorgeous. Now, I will say, I did see this look from another demonstrator, and I cannot remember her name because here's what I do. I see something that I love, and then I try not to go back and look at it because I never, ever want to do the exact same thing as somebody else. So this is a version of someone else's card. I wanted to use this so badly. I just loved it. Okay. Now for this happy birthday, I used an online, oh wait, goodness gracious me almighty. Let's add the bling. Oh, how could I forget? Oh, all right. I've got these iridescent rhinestones, which are some of my favorite. You could also use these little pearls. I think they would look really pretty too. But I love the rhinestones. So I'm going to use the rhinestones. I'm going to put one here. And then I always make sure, I like to put them on here. Anytime I have corners and points, I want these in the corners and points. There's a large one that I'll put down here. I always try to go small because there's always small, medium, and large. And so I'm always going to try to go, larger at the bottom. And I always want to do an odd number. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's all I'm going to do. I like to be odd numbers, okay? Look at this. Okay, so this happy birthday set is, well, it's hiding. Oh, it's right here, sweetly scripted. Oh, you have to have this. You need this set. It's an online exclusive. Run, don't walk. Don't walk. This is an amazing set. Okay, so here are our 3 cards. I hope you like them. I think they are so fun and so beautiful. I love this little bit of glimmer in there. I just hope you love it as much as I do. I hope you have a fantastic week. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful week. It's springtime. It's going to be May. Get on, you can order from the new catalog May 1st. Don't miss out. My order just keeps getting larger and larger. So, so that, cheap card that I could buy at the store, very expensive card that I could buy at store, it's really cheap here. Anyway, just kidding. Have a great week. Thank you for watching. Bye.